I'm Darius from the east side of Anchorage, and I'm 22 years old, and I make beats and I rap. Shit, I've been doing this for about 7 or 8 years now. I think I started in middle school at Clark. When I was in 8th grade, I started making beats on FL Studios. Alright, well, I think the first beat I ever made was actually a song for D. Haygood called All I Need, and it was pretty fire. It was actually the first verse he ever rapped to me in the hallway at East at summer school, and it was a banger. Check that out on MySpace, yo. Shout out to D. Haygood. Shit, I would say one of my biggest and first influences that really influenced me was Lupe Fiasco, because like he kind of showed me that you could just be whoever you are. You don't have to talk about this or that or what everybody like the industry wants you to hear, what people like to hear. Like you could, if you do what you want to say in the right way, and they'll listen. I think he'd be like one of my first big ones, and that I'll just say life, like all the crazy shit and good things and bad things and everything about life just makes me want to just make music. Like when I'm down on my luck or don't have nothing to do or just want to have fun, I'll just go on the program and make a beat or write a rap or try to find a beat that I really like that draws an emotion out of me that I can put onto song form. I'd probably say I look for like probably any kind of genuine feeling, but I would say that comes from mostly like old music. Like I'm a real sample-based artist when I make beats, so I really, even before that, I like to listen to old music because you can really either feel like the pain or the love or whatever they happen to be talking about on that song, and you can really just feel it. And if you felt that way before, it's even more. But like even if you haven't, like they display it so well that you could just feel it when you hear it. So I think that's something that I want to draw from so I can apply it in my music. Shit, anything. When I go through a sample, I'm looking for just anything that just draws to the ear. It could be one time, might just be like one little half a second of like just one little sound. Like I might hear that and be like a little chord on a piano that they hit on the roads. Like I'd be like, damn, like that shit was fire as fuck. Like I like the way it came off, or like the way that they hit that chord. Then I also had the singer singing on top of that a certain pitch of their note, and you just be like, it don't even matter what they say. I feel like people always ask me when I play beats, like they'll be like, oh, what's that sample saying? Like, I don't give a damn more, even though like I just know that shit sound fire as fuck. Like, but yeah, I think I just listen for anything, yo. Anything I hear that really grabs my ear, because I mean, it's hard for something to grab my ear, and if it does, I mean, I can turn that into something. Alaska's hip hop scene, I think it's really starting to pick up and come together. It's like lots of smaller puzzles that are getting put together, and like it's gonna make a big puzzle in the end. But I think it's picking up in a lot of different places, and I think the right people are connecting with the right people to make this what it needs to be. And I said if we all just do our part, which I think we will, I don't see why not, and it's definitely gonna be something bigger than anybody ever imagined. I think Alaska's on next, just like any of the Atlantas or New Yorks or LAs or Detroits or Chicagos or anything like that, where you just see like multiple artists, like everybody's favorite artists are from here, or whoop-de-whoop. Like I think we got all the heavy hitters that we need coming up right now, and that's just gonna inspire the youth when they come up, like the next generation and the next generation. But when they see that we can actually do it, it's gonna be even more like when you see in these other big cities. So I think it's on the right page. Yeah, I just say one of the biggest struggles is just like the lack of platforms to actually like put your stuff out and be heard. But also, like I said previously, like I think that's all picking up with stuff like Frozen Founders. Like shout out Frozen Founders, all you guys for helping me out and allowing a platform for me to put out videos and interviews so people can see behind the scenes too, as well as creative ideas that we'll put in through visuals. But I think that we're starting to pick up different platforms other places, and I'd say one thing that we need to pick on is like new venues for shows. Like venues that could be set up in a way that it is safer or something, like you don't have to worry about this or that, and you could just go and have a good time and have fun and get the energy going, not just finding like the old rum runners or something where it's already been known for problems. Like pick up somewhere new, like where you could just start from the ground up and build good. But yeah, I think one of the biggest struggles would just be not having like the scene what it's building, so you can't really complain. I don't think that's really a struggle. It's just something that we're all overcoming. And some of the positives, I was just telling somebody just the other day, one of the things I do like about Alaska as much as everything I dislike is like the fact that I could just be alone or by myself or just secluded or isolated and just work on my craft and just get better at what I do. Like, I can think I'm the best right now today, but if I thought that, then I wouldn't progress and get better. So, I mean, I always find something different. If it's something I'm doing right now with making beats or something that I'm applying to my rhyme scheme or something in my raps, I always want to improve on that. So I think just being alone helps with that. And I think, well, at least in finding yourself. And then I feel like once I go out and show the world myself, I'll know myself so well that I can just prove myself to anybody. So I think it helps with that. I don't have to go out and do all the fun stuff that I could do if I was somewhere else like LA, but I could just focus on my music. Well, no, it's probably still about the same, probably at least like 3 to 4 hours a day, but a lot of that time now isn't even going to myself. Like, I'm in and out of all kinds of places. Like, I just got out of a photo shoot with my homie. Like, that's like, it's not as much as my craft, but it's helping to put out my craft. And then I had a session today at 1 to 5 with my homie Tack Havoc, and we're working on EPs, and I got other artists and stuff too that I'm working with, like DC and everybody that I try to apply my time in other places too. So, I mean, right now I'm not even as secluded and stuff, especially since the summertime's coming. But I think at least like 3 to 4 hours a day, try to keep myself on this. Why I do music is just, it's my escape. It's when there's nothing else, it's where I could go. It's the road I know I could always take. So even if I never got nowhere with it, I wouldn't be mad when I died, because I know I had fun genuinely every time I did it. And if I wasn't having fun, I wouldn't still be doing it right now. So I definitely think it's a thing that I just genuinely like it and love to do it. I don't even know what kind of word would describe it, because if it's any kind of like platform, like anything that just makes somebody feel something, like if somebody feels a certain type of way, like when they see it or feel it or hear it or touch it or taste it, like that's art. Like just that actual feeling like that they felt at that moment. It could be a different time the next time they hear the song, or the next time they try that plate, or the next time they go out and skateboard. But every time, whatever that feeling was at that moment,